Hello again, everyone. Welcome. Today I'm going to do just a real quick kind of introduction to soloing, blues soloing, and basically in the as it relates to hammer-ons and pull-offs. I know I really got into this when I was a kid. That's one of the things that really attracted me to soloing was the guys who could really, do the fast moves. Although as the years have gone on, I've come to appreciate the slow players a little bit more. But you'll notice me using these kind of hammer-ons and pull-offs in my playing occasionally. Let's say if we're in the key of G blues here, G pentatonic. So you hear guys going, you know what, I'm going to get a dirtier sound. Hold on just one second. Hold that thought. All right, I'm back. I guess the first hammer-on pull-off, the combination of the hammer-on pull-off was one of the first I learned, and then I kind of broke it down into the hammer-on and the pull-off after that. I forget who it was I first heard just doing this kind of. I know Hendrix did it a lot, and Jeff Beck would work in the whammy bar with it. He'd go. Every time he pull off to the first index finger there, he would dive bomb a little bit on. Hendrix, Alvin Lee, Jeff Beck, all those guys would, and Jimmy Page use this. And then eventually you had cats that would incorporate the two-hand technique. Initially, though, I suggest you just learn the hammer-on pull-off, index finger, 3rd fret, if you're in the key of G. It's basically you just pick, downstroke, whatever, hammer on your ring finger, and pull off your ring finger. So you're not picking the 2nd note or the 3rd note. You're just using this ring finger. Then once you get that down, you can just break that down into so that's a real emphatic way to get into a note. Like if I want to really accent that sus4 there. And once you get the hammer on, that's just hammering it on without picking the downstroke on the index finger note and then hammering on. Then you got the pull off. That's where you start with your ring finger on the 5th fret and pull off to your index finger. Once you get the pull off, there's another little lick here where you pull off 2 notes. You start with your pinky on the 6th fret, actually. Pull it off to your ring finger, and then pull your ring finger off on the 5th fret, and then pull your ring finger 5th fret off to the index on the 3rd finger. So you have that right there. Jeff Beck uses a great effect in an old Yardbirds song. I believe it was called I Ain't Got You. He had a lick in there. It went something like. Something like that, where you just climbed up the neck with. And that's a good exercise and practice. So that's a double pull-off. And once you get the double pull-off and you got the pull-off, you got the hammer-on, you can do the double hammer-on. Now I'm using 1, 3, 4, but you might choose to use 1, 2, 3 here. if you don't have a pinky, for instance. Django didn't have a pinky or a ring finger, and he made this stuff work somehow. So once you can hammer that on, you can try hammering on and pulling it off. And once you can hammer on and pull off with the 3 fingers like that, you might try incorporating an open string, especially if you're playing in a key like G, where you have an open G string. You'd also do it in D or A. And you might, instead of going all 3 of them, you might start with your ring finger. Go back to G since we were in that case. Try any combination of those. Well, looking for the proper way to hold my hand there, so kind of have to have your thumb back here, down below on the neck. And then you just the 3rd finger start. 3rd pinky, 3rd index open. So there's obviously any endless number of combinations you can use these kind of hammer-ons and pull-offs with. And once you get them under hand, you'll notice, in addition to the index and ring finger, if you get up here on the scale where it's 1 and 4, you might still use your ring finger. I think Hendrix generally used his ring finger for all that stuff. Or you might try working out that pinky as well. And then you'll hear things like, or you just transfer them down. You just kind of go string to string. There I'm just 4 3 4 3 1, landing on that 3 you'll see there, or the 6th note in the key of G. Same fingering next string. I go back up and I actually play that G again. Same thing on the B string. Then same thing on the G string. Or you can play different. I like putting that blue note, that sharp 4 or flat 5. Anyway, endless number of combinations there, folks. So just kind of see what you can come up with. See if you can apply it to your own soloing. Y'all have a good night. Y'all take care.